Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon. Hey, y'all. The light ain't right, y'all. There we go. I think. But check this out. We don't need no light. Truthfully, a lot of these holidays, I don't give a shit about them. I just take it because it's a free day. You know what I'm saying? But like the upcoming 4th of July, you know, it's just a free day off, you know, and I ain't saying like, oh, let's go buy fireworks and celebrate and shoot all of this. Man, look, it is what it is. I really don't care about celebrating stuff like that. So that comes to my thing that I'm fixing to read off here. Why blacks shouldn't celebrate the 4th of July. And you might not want to be called black. You might want to be called brown, melanated, African descent, whatever you want, whatever. But if you got that colored guy in you, I'm talking to you. Simply stated, the answer is no. That's why you shouldn't do it. Now, let's finish the story. Let's finish the story. Alright. The Declaration of Independence asserts, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain... I swear this camera gone dark, y'all. It's just... maybe it's in my mind. Lighten up. Do it look like it brighten up, y'all? Alright, we're gonna call it. Alright. Unalienable rights that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Despite that, slavery was legal in 13 colonies, which means 20% of the population was held in brutal bondage without liberty, happiness, or real life when this was created. Of the 56 white male property owners who signed the Declaration, 27 were slave holders. Slave shippers and or slave investors. And they was talking about this is the land of the free, home of the brave, whatever they want to say.
Really, nigga?
And look, y'all, your boy Thomas Jefferson, he in this too. I ain't like him anyway. You weren't even around then, but still. Thomas Jefferson, who was the primary drafter of the Declaration of Independence, enslaved 175 black women and men and children in 1776 and 267 by 1822. He raised his arsenal, didn't he? He was a racist pedophile who began raping Sally Hemings when she was 14 years old.
Jesus Christ.
And he impregnated her 7 times.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
In addition to that, as governor of Vermont, the American Virginia in 1779, he signed a bill to encourage enlistment Revolutionary War by compensating white men by giving them a healthy, sound Negro. Here, you get a Negro. You get a Negro. You get a Negro. Started it off. In 1785, book entitled Notes on the State of Virginia, he wrote about the preference of the Oregon outing, meaning an ape-like creature, for black women over those of its own species. He added that blacks are inferior to the whites and have very strong and disagreeable odor. Yes, black people do stink.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no 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 fucking way, boy.
I'm sorry, y'all. You stink. Also, white people stink. Mexican people stink. Y'all, there is an odor that a race smell of another race. It's a truth. It's a truth. It's a truth, y'all. It's there. Just like, I don't get it when people say, when white folk get wet, they smell like wet dog. That makes no damn sense. But they can't stand there, right? But you go to their house, they got a dog in the house. He got caught in the rain, he's shaking. And I always say people who own pets, it's really they slave. Just think about how you treat the dog. If you know it's good, it's a house Negro dog.
Really,
but
nigga?
Just think about it. Do you treat it like a slave, telling it what to do, make it do tricks, feeding it when you want to feed it? If you got a big one, you're going to ride that big old animal. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. There was language in the early version of the Declaration of Independence that condemned the King of England for kidnapping Africans and shipping them from motherland to Europe. That language properly describes slavery as what's this word? Execrable commerce? Huh? No matter how I look at this stuff, y'all, I can come back again and I'm gonna say However, the man who participated in the drafting of the document realized that people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, so that language was deleted. Just like y'all Bible. Stuff taken out of the Bible that you didn't know was taken out of the Bible that's going to tell you stuff. Because y'all Bible also tells you in Ephesians somewhere, I think it's Ephesians, I ain't going to even try it. It's Ephesians something though. That you should follow your masters. Do what they say. Yeah, in your holy Bible. The battle cry of the signatories to the Declaration of Independence was taxation without representation. They contended that Britain's requirement that they pay taxes without having any elected representation in the British Parliament will reduce them to statues of slaves. They contended while enslaving human beings themselves. Same as y'all with the dogs and cats and rats and snakes. American history books still fail to mention that Crispus Attucks, the first to die in the so-called Boston Massacre on March 5, 1770, an event that began the violence that would lead to Revolutionary War, happened to be in that city on that date because he was with a group of laborers on the waterfront. Oh no, don't start this. Don't start this.
What do you want?
Messed up my reading, y'all. I'm already unlearning how to read. Dang, I got all in the way. Let me see. Man. All right, I'm gonna go to here. I'm gonna go right here. An event that began, the Boston Massacre they talking about. It's an event, I said it, an event that began the violence that would lead to the Revolutionary War happened to be in that city on that. No. And that was because he was a professional seaman who had been on various ships for 20 years after having courageously escaped slavery. His courage stemmed from what we had learned from his African father and Natick Indian for black mothers. But none of that taught in this country schools. It will not ever, because they're trying to erase history out of school now. I don't care. I think if somebody wants their children to know about something, they should tell them themselves, you know, and let it keep continuing. Let your child tell their children, and their children tell their children. And it won't get taught the foolishness that's wrote in books, and then you give African Americans 1 month out of a year, and it's the shortest month of the year to have their time, which is called Black History Month. Hey. They didn't tell the fact that 5,000 brave black men were instrumental in leading America to victory over Britain by 1783. I don't think they was brave, you know, by doing that. I think they was thrown in. Why aren't their names and biographies widely publicized? Wait a minute. Have y'all seen that movie? What was it called? The one Will Smith was in when he was a slave. God, dog. You gotta look it up. The last movie he made, I believe. And he didn't bravely fight in that war. You know, he had an agenda. He was trying to get somewhere. Maybe it's because General George Washington initially barred free and enslaved blacks from serving. But he changed his mind when the British began winning the damn war. Put those Negroes in there. Put a little wig around, you know. Maybe it's also because after blacks helped win the war for America, many of them were thrown back into American slavery. Ain't that a bitch? By the way, July the 4th isn't really Independence Day. It ain't. We wasn't free on that time. July 2nd is the Second Continental Congress met in Philly on July 1st, and then July 2nd approved a resolution declaring independence. The only thing that happened on July the 4th was the approval of an unedited version of the Declaration. In regard to that July 2nd date, John Adams, a drafter, the delegate, and founding father, wrote to his wife, Abigail, on the same day, "I'm apt to believe that July 2nd, 1776 will be celebrated by succeeding generations as the great anniversary festival." Damn that day, you know what I'm saying? Our folks were still slaves. So, when you celebrate, you're celebrating your people's slavery.
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And the white man's independence. That is what you're celebrating, black people. Melanated people. Darkies. Negros. Whatever you want to be called. Fill in the blank.
Really, nigga?
Incidentally, most of the delegates didn't sign the declaration until August 2nd. Then John Hancock prominently graffitied it. Man, they did that, graffitied his name on it. And it wasn't until November 19 that the final delegates signed it. Apart from that, there's a strong argument that even the year 1776 is incorrect. Since the Revolutionary War was officially began April 1775. Y'all, no need to read no more of this whatsoever. If you didn't get it, what I was saying throughout the rest, you're not going to get it. And most you're not going to get it anyway, because you don't want to get it. You want to always believe what you was told. And you don't want to believe when facts are pulled out. You don't want to believe that part. You only want to believe what you was told in the beginning, and you want to keep that in your head as it's the truth.